Welcome. Today I want to chat about meditation, how to do it, if you should do it, and then also specific uses of meditation and how you're going to use meditation in your life. Let's set an intention. I have my bell. It marks the beginning of this sharing. And I have my friend Dasha. She's happy to see you as well. I'm connecting to my heart and to my higher self. I am creating a safe container for me to share without any judgment or worry or concern, and to be detached from what is to be shared. And I want to do it in my highest good and in your highest good. Wow, beautiful. Well, that was meditation. That was an example of meditation, and it took 30 seconds, 40 seconds, less than 1 minute. And this is just one example of meditation. Setting an intention while connecting to my heart, while being present, while being authentic, and setting it out so that I'm able to record this video. Meditation can be used for anything. I've been meditating personally for a decade now, and I started with a very particular style of meditation that had lots of structure and a form. And now, a decade later, what I've learned is that there is often no right or wrong way to meditate. There are specific things that, of course, you need to do to meditate, but often people think that you need lots of bells and whistles to meditate, but often you don't. Taking a pause, instead of reacting, taking a pause to think, self-reflect, slow down, is a form of meditation in daily life. So you might already be meditating, you might just not notice it if you are an intentional kind of person who likes to pause, feeling, sit with yourself, ask yourself questions. All of those are a form of meditation. And then there are other kinds of meditation that might take a healing intention. For example, something that I often do with my clients is helping them to connect to their subconscious mind and discover limiting beliefs they have about themselves or the world, and to release and transform these limiting beliefs. This is a very different type of meditation that has an intention of healing and transformation. Then there might be meditations connected to healing your body, physical healing. And this is a powerful meditation where you are able to be present with what is and bring loving and healing energy to every part of your body, so that you either do not get sick, or you expedite the process of healing, or you discover a cause of the disease, because often a physical illness is connected to other ways we're not listening to ourselves. And this really brings me to the core message of why we meditate. Oh, well, Dasha, do you want to help me? I think we'll do this together. The core message of why we meditate is to connect to our deep part of self. And you can call it soul, the eternal part of yourself, the part of you that is engaged in life, interested in life, but is much bigger than your physical presence and the ups and downs that are happening in life. So the goal is to connect the part of you that is eternal, ancient, It transcends the past and future, and it transcends this moment. So it's not a part that is stressed, anxious, depressed, worried, sick, poor, rich, beautiful, ugly. None of that. It's the part that knows that the journey that you're taking is valuable, that there is a purpose in this journey. There is plenty of learning, plenty of discoveries, plenty of opportunities for transformation. And so when you meditate, a big part of the goal of meditation is to be able to connect to the part of yourself that is wise, that knows a lot of things that your human mind might not know. And let me teach you right now one very simple technique of how to do that. You can keep your eyes closed or open. I will close mine. I will place hands on my heart, and it can be one or both hands. I take a deep breath, moving all of my energy out of my mind and more into my body, into my heart. And I may ask one simple question. What is it that I need to know today? What is it that I need to know in this moment? And then I empty my mind and I stay back and listen without any expectations. And then I open my eyes, and I hope you have received a message for yourself. If not, rewind back and try it again. You can do this meditation or any other kinds of meditations often, and the frequency really depends on your personality, how sensitive you are to distractions, your lifestyle, the kind of work you have, and the kind of food you eat, the type of a personality, your background, family, culture, and even weather. it is all interconnected and related. There were times in my life where I've meditated a lot, and by a lot I mean hours a day, for different purposes, when I was going through a deeply healing and transformational journey. That kind of time and energy investment, it felt really important and necessary. These days, I am a mom, a partner, a business owner, a friend, and many other hats that I wear in my daily life. I try to create at least minutes every day, but on weekends or sometimes when I need more support in my life, I may spend an hour in meditation or 30 minutes in meditation. And the idea is not to kind of compare yourself to others and say, hey, like that person is meditating for 20 minutes a day. Now that person is meditating for 3 hours a day. In my experience, it's not so important the length itself, but that you understand how you understand yourself, your needs and preferences, and then you find something that works for you. On some days, you might find that walking, and as you walk, touching your feet on the ground might be the best type of meditation, where you allow yourself to come into your body, into the present moment. And there might be some other times when you feel that napping is the most helpful meditation, where you set an intention for rest, relaxation, and recharge, and that's your way of meditating. Another time you might actually want to go into a formal meditation and spend time relaxing your mind, spend time connecting to your intuition, and then writing down some messages that come through that are relevant for your life. These are all different forms of meditation and self-care. And without those forms, it's really hard to stay on track, because the reality of the modern world is that we are dealing with lots of distractions and choices and opportunities. We live in a very abundant world. There are so many choices, from the food you eat, the types of activities you do on a daily basis, to what projects you work, how you communicate with people, etc. And the more freedom you have in your life, the more independent you are. I am personally a very independent person. So the more independent you are, business owners, for instance, they make lots of choices and decisions. Creative types of people, they make lots of choices and decisions. So the more creative you are, the more independent you are, the type of work you do in your age, the more choices you make. And that requires a lot of connection with yourself, because you are carving your own path, you're creating in every moment or every hour of your work and your day. If you're a parent, also many choices there. And the goal of meditation is to take you out of autopilot, because when we go on autopilot, we're not able to move in the direction of our desires, our heart desires. And instead we run maybe some habits or some programs that are not helping us to lead our best life. So meditation, first of all, do not be scared of this word meditation, and understand that there are different modalities and different ways to meditate. You can choose something that works for you. And then I'm also encouraging you to practice it on a daily basis in different forms, so that you learn how to be friends with meditation, you learn how to use it to your benefit. And because really the goal of this tool, this amazing tool, is to make your life better here on earth, in your daily life, in your parenting, business, relationships, self-care, friendships, service, creativity. So all of those outlets that we have to deal with on a daily basis, and health, of course. So I think I'll pause here and take a sip and see if anything else wants to be shared today. This is tea, by the way. This is not alcohol, just FYI. I think the final message that I want to share before I wrap up this part of the video is that it's easy to give up when we try to meditate, because it's not a tool that we learn from the time we're young. And so we might feel that we're not good at it, because we're not. This is the reality. That's the truth of it. We're not good at meditating if we have not been taught it from our childhood. And only now schools and educational systems are beginning to understand how important meditation is, and the time to kind of empty, relax, and recharge. But for a while, understanding of human psychology and the inner world of humans was not understood well. The field of psychology is relatively recent, and the field of self-empowerment, self-transformation, self-development is even younger. If you take psychology, this subject, this field has been around for about a century now, and we're talking about very basic understanding of human brain, or a little, maybe a century and a half if we stretch it a bit more. But then, and only now we have very deep understanding of our conscious, subconscious minds, our spiritual side. So it's still very new. It's a young field and a powerful developing field, which is very, very amazing. But because these tools and this knowledge and these skills were not often available when we were growing up, It is only normal to expect that you will struggle with anything that is new. When you are an adult and you try to learn to paint or dance or do public speaking, or even such a simple thing as, trying a new hobby, it's a struggle often because you feel incompetent and you feel like it's too far. I don't want to bother put the effort. But there are too many advantages of learning how to meditate. So compared with the effort, those advantages outweigh the effort many, many, many times. Advantage of taking medication and being sick versus meditating. Advantage of kind of moving on autopilot in your work and business versus meditating and being intentional. An advantage of, or a comparison between having unconscious relationship, unconscious communication, abusive, reactive, versus having intentionality in your relationships. So all of that outweighs many, many fold the effort that you need to put in learning this new skill. And there will be effort, absolutely, because it's a new skill. So, but I want to finish with encouraging you to put effort, time, intention, and practice into learning how to meditate in whatever form that is suitable to you and your personality. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, or any comments, leave them below, and I will be happy to address them. Have a blessed day. And this is a quick goodbye from Dasha right here. She's saying bye. We're finishing this sharing. Bye-bye. I love it. Thank you. That was